Assalamu alaikum. This is Anantabasum speaking. My ID ending with 1488. And today I will begin our presentation. Our group members are Anik Bhushan Shaha, Mahmudul Hassan Pulok, Hasin Ishraq, Sabir Hoshan Sani, and myself. Together we have prepared the software requirement specification for our project, which is titled as Hostel Allocation Management System, or as a short form HAMS. Let me briefly introduce the background of our project. In many institutes, hostel allocation is still done manually. Students often have to stand in a long queue to fill up handwritten forms and wait several days to just receive their room confirmation. This process is slow, inconvenient, and can lead many types of errors. To address these types of issues, we developed HAMS, which is a digital system designed to automate the hostel allocation. This aims to make the entire process faster, more transparent, and more efficient for both students and administration. Now let's start with the introduction part. This slide shows the core idea behind our solution. Our system is designed to replace the traditional manual hostel allocation system and automate the whole process. First, the system digitalizes the application process. Instead of filling handwritten physical form, students can submit their hostel request online. HAMS performs automated allocation based on the rules and availability. The system assigns rooms automatically and reduce human error and speeding up the process. Finally, it provides real-time tracking. Both students and administration can instantly see the room availability, allocation status, and also can update that. By implementing our project, we move from a slow manual system to a fast, efficient, and transparent hostel management process. Now let's talk about the automating hostel room allocation system. This slide shows the transition from manual hostel room allocation to an automated system. At first, the manual process is very slow, inaccurate, and it lacks of transparency, which often creates delays and confusions. To improve this, we implemented our system, an automated room allocation system that is designed to reduce the errors and speed up the process. Next comes the data migration part, where all the existing hostel records are transferred into our system so that this system can work up with up to date information. After that, the system training is provided to staff so that it can confidently operate the new system and handle allocation smoothly. Finally, with this everything set up, we achieve automated room allocation, which delivers a fast, accurate, and transparent experience for both students and management. Now let's move on to the purpose and scope. This slide explains the purpose and scope of our system. The main purpose of HAMS is to automate the entire room booking and allocation process. For example, if 500 students is applied, if they apply at the same time, manually checking every form is very difficult. So our system solved this problem by processing application automatically and allocating room based on the predefined rules. The scope of the system is straightforward. Students apply online, and then admin reviews and approves that, and after that the system updates the room status instantly. This automation removes delays, reduces confusions, and prevent unfair and inconsistent allocations. It ensures that the entire process remains accurate, transparent, and easy to manage. This was all about my part. Now our next team member Sabir Hoshan Sani will continue the next parts.
Assalamu alaikum. I'm Sabir Hosani. The last four digit of my ID is 1773. So now I will discuss the different user types and their permissions in our system. First, we have the students. Students can perform two main actions. They can apply for allocation and they can view the status of their allocation. Their access is limited because they are the end users of the system. Next, we have the admin. Admins have more control compared to students. They can approve or reject allocation requests. Basically, they manage all the incoming requests and take necessary decisions. Finally, we have the super admin. The role has full system control. The super admin manages the entire platform, including user role, system configurations, and overall supervision. So overall, each user has different responsibilities based on their level of authority. So now in this slide, I will explain the key functional requirements for each user's group, starting with students. Their functional needs mainly focus on registration, logging, application submission, and status checking. These basic features help students interact with the system easily. For the admin, the system should support request management, updating room information, and generating reports. Admins are responsible for handling and organizing the workflow. Finally, the superadmin deals with more sensitive and high-level operations, such as role management, system backups, and full access control. So their functional requirements emphasize stability and complete supervision of our system. So now I will highlight the essential qualities that our system must ensure. The first quality is security. The system should protect user data and control access using encryption and proper role-based permissions. Next is quality. This focuses on user experience and system reliability. Good design and maintainability helps the system run smoothly. Then we have performance. Our system should be able to handle many users at the same time while giving fast responses. Finally, the safety one. The system must grant data integrity and stability through backups and proper error handling. Together, these qualities make the system secure, or fast, user and friendly, and reliable.
Assalamu alaikum. I'm Hassan Ishaq. The last four digit of my ID is 1317. Today I'm going to talk about two important visual representations of our hostel allocation management system. They are the use case diagram and the activity diagram. In the use case diagram, it highlights how different users like student, admin, or the university server interacts with the system. It clearly maps out all the functions such as applying for rooms, viewing allocations, updating profiles, managing room availability, and handling system level tasks. This overview helps us understand full scope of the system operations and the responsibilities of each actor involved. On the right hand, the activity diagram of my use case, which is the applying for room, and the actor of this use case is the students only. The activity diagram focuses especially on the student's room application process. It outlines every step in structural flow, starting from logging into the system, entering credentials, checking room availables, and providing application details, and finally submitting the request. This diagram demonstrates how the system ensures a smooth and guided experience for the student throughout the window workflow. Now I will talk about my another activity from the use case and the sequence diagrams for the previous two activities as well. In this slide, we shift our focus to for room changing process, which is an essential feature for the students who maybe need to switch the rooms after the initial allocation. The activity diagram illustrates the student's journey, beginning with the logging in, the accessing their dashboard, viewing available rooms, determining if any preferred alternatives are open. If option exists, the student can apply a room change request and the system updates their information accordingly. Alongside it, the sequence diagram reveals the internal communication that takes place during the process. It shows how the system receives the student's request, verifies the user's information, checks the room availability, update the database, and send the confirmation message to the students. The behind the scenes workflow ensures that room change operations remain efficient, transparent, and well coordinated between the student and the system. This slide covers manual room allocation, a process used by the admin when special cases arise or when adjustment needed to be handled outside the automated system. The activity works through the steps taken by the admin, like logging into the system, entering valid credentials, viewing available rooms, selecting a student based on their ID, and assigning room manually. After assigning, the system updates the room information and notifies the student instantly. I have made a sequence diagram for these activities as well. This diagram breaks down the interaction flow. It shows how the admin's actions trigger the authentication, the database checks, room status verification, allocation updates, and notification services. This detailed flow demonstrates how system components work together to ensure that the manual allocation are accurate, secure, and properly recorded. From the activity diagram and the sequence diagram, we can say that this feature provides flexibility to the admin, allowing them to handle the exceptional scenarios effectively. That's all from me. Now, my next team members will talk about the rest of my presentation.
Assalamu alaikum. I am Mahmudul Hassan Pulok. Last four digit of my ID is 1141. Now I am discussing about activity and sequence diagram of backup and restore. Those diagram explains the backup and restore system handled by the super admin. The activity diagram shows how the system creates regular backups of important data. The sequence diagram demonstrates how these backups are stored and restored when needed. This feature is essential for system safety. It protects data from loss or corruption and ensures the system can recover from unexpected problems. Now I am discussing about activity and sequence diagram of manage users. Those diagrams focus on user management. The super admin can add new users, modify existing user information, or remove users if necessary. The activity and sequence diagrams shows how the system processes these actions securely. Managing users in an organized way ensures that each role has the correct access and the system remains protected from unauthorized use. Those are the key features. Hostel allocation management system includes several powerful features. To summarize our system's value proposition, hostel allocation management systems delivers six main features. First is online registration and logging. Simple entry point for all users. Second is real-time availability. Shows the current room status instantly. Third is application request. Central hub for initial and reallocation request. Admin approval panel. A dedicated interface for administrators to manage requests efficiently. Fifth is allocated notifications, system generated messages to keep users informed of status changes. And the last is report generation, provide essential data for analysis and institutional insights. Thank you so much. My next team member will continue this presentation.
Adab sir, my name is Anibhushan Shah and my ID last four digits is 1270. Now it's showing the hotel allocation system working flow. In this slide, showing how the system working step by step. First step for the student. The student can log in, they can check available room, then they apply. After waiting, they will get the result. Then the part of admin side. Admin can see all the student requests, they approve or reject the application. They also can update the room details. After this part, the super admin can manage all the user. Then they can print the report of student or admin. They also can keep system backup. Now we are seeing on next slide the hotel allocation management system technical environment overview. In this slide we can show the tools used to build this whole system. It is a website based system. Just open it and browse. Work on computer or mobile. The front-end user use HTML, CSS for designing, and the back-end user use Python or PHP for system log, and the database like MySQL store student and room data. We are almost in our last presentation slide. In this slide, we can see the hotel allocation system pros and cons. The pros were the modern and paper-free work, less work for the staff and fast and secure than previous, easy for the students. And the cross-section we can see the setup cost at the beginning time, staff need to little training. In the overview, the benefits are much bigger than the smaller changes. Thank you, sir, for with us and listening us.